As much as I love open source, and it pains me to say this, open source is not going to save 3D printing. And I'll get to that in just a second. But first, let me explain why this is happening before I explain exactly why open source can't really stop what's happening. First, I want you to replace 3D printing, the term, with additive manufacturing. And that's really what the attack is. So for those of you who aren't in the know, Washington, California, New York, and now a couple of other states here, including Colorado, are introducing legislation all at the same time to really clamp down on 3D printing. And specifically, they're calling out 3D printing, ghost guns or firearms. But we all know that that's really the Trojan horse. That's really what this isn't about. And the proof of that is because it's already federally legal for you to manufacture your own personal firearm here in the United States. So at the state level, they're really clamping down on 3D printing, additive manufacturing, and they're using the firearms and the ghost guns as the excuse. Lathes, CNC machines, drill presses, those things have already existed, and they're far superior at building your own personal firearms. But they require space, financial support, and skill, some training. 3D printers are extremely inexpensive. You can have dozens of them in your home, and doesn't really require a lot of skill now. They're pretty simple. Order it from a website, shows up, start printing what you want. That simple. That's truly what the problem is, because additive manufacturing is very much a disruptive technology. So in 2026, and I think I have my notes here, the Pentagon included $3.3 billion in their budget for 3D printing technology. Now, included there, the Pentagon just announced a 300,000 one-way attack drone program called the Drone Dominance Program. Do you think that the government, after banning DJI from the United States, is going to permit or allow 1 million one-way attack drone manufacturing facilities in homes all across the country? You see the problem? Additive manufacturing is truly the issue. It has nothing to do with the firearms. Now, to get to my bigger point about open source and how this can't stop it, because my comments are filled with people screaming at me, telling me that it doesn't matter, they're going to print what they want, they're going to do what they want, they're going to flash firmware, that open source is going to save us all. Now, great, I love open source, spent my whole life in it, but open source is not the cure. If they have already, in like Washington State, made 3D printing files that are associated with firearms illegal, and they require a blocking technology like California and New York, do you think that they're going to allow you to just go out on the internet, jump on GitHub, download some open source, firmware for your 3D printer, flash it and continue? No. Do you know why? Because they already wrote in the bill to block that circumvention. They literally say in the bill that it cannot be bypassed by a person with like reasonable technical skill. So if a 3D printer manufacturer has to stop you or anyone that has a reasonably technical skill from bypassing this blocking technology, that means they can't allow you to flash firmware. These 3D printers will have to lock down the machines, these 3D printing companies, to stop you from doing that. That means it will all be proprietary, it will all be custom, no more flashing your own machines. So open source is effectively dead there. Now, two, do you think that they're going to still allow that open source code to exist on GitHub? No. That is literally software on the internet that's going to be there to bypass the laws that they've passed that are supposed to protect us from these ghost guns. They're not going to allow that. Effectively, those open source programs, Clipper, Marlin, they become illegal because people could just download it from GitHub. They could remove the blocking technology, compile, and flash. So that's not going to happen. The only way it could really truly kind of still be here and exist is kind of the underground black market kind of 3D printer world that we're going to live in, where older machines are the popular machines, the machines that you can flash. Newer machines are all going to be custom firmware from these major manufacturers because they're going to have to comply with the laws in order to continue to sell 3D printers here in the United States. And speaking of GitHub, right, some controversy there because GitHub just announced that they're having AI scan all publicly available projects to train their AI. Now, how hard would it be for GitHub to literally comply with state and federal law and have it scan and look for code that violates law? That's what I'm saying. Things are going to get really complicated here. Now, the Pentagon right? Right? Is it the Pentagon? No, I think it's just the whole US government already banned the use of foreign-made 3D printers. They want domestic-only 3D printers in the US government. And don't think that these 3D printing companies are going to fight for us, because they are under an immense amount of pressure, maybe even more than we are. There is a $25,000 civil infraction against 3D printing companies if they allow this blocking technology to be bypassed or circumvented. And then there's a misdemeanor charge on the individual. Now, also think about what FlashForge did. So that was several months ago when FlashForge sent out their social media campaign threatening customers that if you printed something that violated the law, that they would report you. Well, they don't even have the technology to do that. And now look at Creality. We just got a post from Creality from someone who purchased outside of the United States, and in their purchase invoice, it literally warned them and basically said, if you are purchasing from Creality, you have to promise that you're not using that printer to print any firearms or firearms accessories or anything that violates your local law. So do we see the problem here? So the US government's already clamping down on it. 3D printing is seeing a full court press from multiple states on this hobby, and they're using the firearms as kind of the excuse, as the Trojan horse. And I know this sounded bad. I know this sounds a little bit conspiracy theory. I promise you, I am as far from conspiracy theory as you can get. I am very much a realist. And that's probably why I get the flack that I do, is because I'm just trying to spit the truth and tell you exactly the way that it is. And it's not just 3D printers, it's also filament. You may not be aware of this, but in California, if a 3D printing filament company doesn't disclose the toxic chemicals that are in their filaments, it's like a $2,500 fine per day per violation. What's a toxic chemical? Styrene, ABS, ASA filaments. I'm telling you, this will affect our entire industry. 3D printers are only going to be choked down more and more. Every single year from here on forward, this is going to get more and more difficult. And last, people keep saying that the technology doesn't exist to block 3D prints, that it can't happen. And that is absolutely not true. In fact, I have a video on it, and the company's name is called Print&Go, and the product is called 3D Gunt. And they are working with New York legislators to make it happen. So the technology does in fact exist, and this is going to happen. I'm interested in what you think. I'm interested if you disagree with me. If you still think that open source can do it, yeah, tell me in the comments or prove me wrong. And as with all this legislation, the best thing that you can do is contact your legislators, and it doesn't even matter if you are in an affected state, because all of us are affected regardless of where we live, anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world. Contact your legislators. Tell them, if you're in a state that isn't affected, tell them it's not acceptable and you don't want it. And if you are in a state that is affected, like Washington, California, New York, Colorado, others, we have links in the description. You can also head over to loyalmoses.com, and there's little forms there that you can use to contact legislators. But anyway, yeah, let them know what you think. Tell them how much you love 3D printing and exactly just how wrong it is what they're doing to us. Join our Resistance membership tier here on the channel. If you want us to keep making content like this and bringing this stuff to light, we'll do it. Appreciate it. 3D printers are a disruptive technology. There are far more people standing behind this type of legislation than we truly, really know about. And again, it has far more to do with it just being additive manufacturing and that interrupting the way that the world has always worked. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. No, I don't.